Hey, it's James Lynch back with another AI Predicts video, and in today's video, I'm going to be previewing the UFC Freedom Fights 250 card, the UFC White House event. I'm going to be using Fight Signal. If you guys want to use the same app that I'm going to be talking about here today, I do have a discount code in the description to get you a discount on a subscription to this site. So all you got to do is go over to events, and then we click on UFC Freedom 250. We got all the fights here. We'll go through as much as we can here today. Obviously, shorter cards, so I can probably spend some more time on not just the main event and co-main event, but let's go into everything else here first. And just so people are aware, I am recording this on June 1st. So if you're on Patreon, you'll get to watch this right away. If you're watching this the week of the fight, then obviously it'll be a little bit closer to the date there. So let's have a quick look here with Topuria and Gaethje. We'll start with the main event. The technical comparison: striking is a slight edge here to Topuria at 3.37%. Grappling goes to Topuria as well at 121%. Momentum going to Topuria at 33%, and physically Gaethje gets the edge at plus 10. Let's go look at some of the signals here. So chuck quality favors Topuria. These are different AI sort of things they use. Chuck balance favors Topuria at 53.5. Chuck volume also favors Topuria at 52.4. Bookmakers consensus has Topuria at 83.2%. Polymarket favors Topuria as well. The betting community, 93% for Ilia Topuria. Sentimental, 71.5% to Topuria. And technical career stats analysis has a 62.8 here for Ilia Topuria. Let's look at some stats a little bit more. It's got their last few wins and everything else. Momentum, KO wins, decision wins, all that stuff. So this is more of just like your Tapology type data points there. Strikes landed per minute favors Gaethje, 34%. Striking accuracy favors Gaethje as well at 58%. Strikes absorbed per minute is ahead on Gaethje's end as well. Striking defense goes to Topuria at 64% overall. Takedowns per 15 minutes go to Topuria, as does takedown accuracy, takedown defense, and submissions per 15 minutes as well. So a lot of the data points favoring Ilia Topuria here. If we go look at the report here, knockdowns per 15 minutes, Topuria's ahead at 1.25 compared to 0.74 for Gaethje. Takedown defense favors Topuria as well at 93.75 compared to 74 for Gaethje. Let's read the technical development. Transformed from a smothering grappler into a devastating knockout artist, skyrocketing his significant strike output from a cautious 0.9 to a ferocious 4.8 per minute. This evolution is backed by knockdown rate that jumped from 0 to 1.2 per 15 minutes, proving now he actively hunts for the finish on the feet. There's a bunch of other stuff here. Gaethje's technical development: masterfully evolved from a reckless brawler into a patient killer, slashing the damage he takes by over 30%, dropping from a wild 10.5%. That was kind of the thing known when he came over from World Series of Fighting, was a little bit too wild. Significant strikes absorbed per minute in his early UFC run from a calculated 7.0 in recent bouts. This proves he no longer just relies on his chin. He's using fight IQ to control the chaos, extending his career at the violent top of the division. So there's a lot of stuff there. We can go through Topuria's advantage here: undefeated record, superior takedown defense at 93.75 compared to 74.07, higher finishing rate, better control time, current 9-fight win streak. Gaethje's advantages: higher striking output at 6.48, superior striking accuracy at 58.53% compared to 48.21%, height and reach advantage at 180 centimeters compared to 170, better leg kick accuracy, and more experience with 15 total fights versus 9s. They look at some disadvantages here: lower striking accuracy for Topuria, height and reach disadvantage, lower striking volume, less overall professional experience, and shorter fight time may indicate less tested cardio. So that's interesting. Gaethje's disadvantages: poor takedown defense at 74% against an elite wrestler, higher damage absorption at 7.05, lower finish rate at 40% compared to his opponent at 77.8, weaker control time and grappling metrics, recent losses on record showing vulnerability. So again, if we look at the overall ranking here, ELO score and the rank comparison, technical comparison has Topuria at 62.75%, Gaethje at 37.25%. Let's look at the sentiment here. Combined prediction, expert prediction, all favoring Topuria here. Reddit, YouTube articles, different sources, excitement level. And then bookmakers obviously do favor Topuria here as well. At the time, again, we're recording this, we're about 14 days out. Wait for that to load. But let's look at the quick overview here. So again, overall, they do favor Topuria at 54.6% compared to 45.4% for Ilia Topuria. And if you look at the bookmakers, if that does end up coming up here, you'll see the odds. I mean, we can even go to the odds right now just on best fight odds. If you look at Topuria, he's almost a 5-1 favorite. Some books having it minus 700. So Fight Signal actually has, okay, so here's the odds here. So you can see them. These are all in the decimal point odds. So you see Gaethje, the bigger number, meaning he's the underdog. But it's interesting because the overview has Topuria at 54.6% compared to 45.4%. That doesn't look like a 7-1 favorite on the betting odds. So the AI model actually thinks this fight will be a little bit closer, although they still are favoring Topuria. So that's everything for the main event. Let's go take a look at the co-main event of this card, because this one I think is a bit more interesting, a little bit more unpredictable. Curious to see who they like. So let's see. They like Alex Pereira a lot more. So that's interesting. They like Pereira more from the AI model than they like Pereira more over Gane than they like Topuria over Gaethje. That's very interesting here. So 66.31 to 33.69. Won't spend too much time here, but the technical comparison, they favor the striking with Gane and the physicals with Gane. Grappling with Pereira, which is interesting. Momentum with Pereira as well. Why Pereira might win this one: superior knockdown power with 0.791 knockdowns per 15 minutes. Better takedown defense at 79.07 versus 47% for Gane. Higher finishing rate, 66.7% compared to 46.2%. So yeah, we can look at it all there. The signals. Again, Fight Signal AI, Chuck Quality really likes him here at 75%. Chuck Balance likes him just slightly at 53.5%. Chuck Volume liking him at 51.9%. Bookmakers like him. Polymarket actually likes Gane better. Betting communities like Pereira. And expert public opinion likes Pereira, as does the technical side of things. So that's interesting. Let's look at some stats here. Anything that stands out. Wins and losses, level of opposition, all that different stuff. Strikes landed per minute goes to Gane. Striking accuracy goes to Pereira. Strikes absorbed per minute goes to Pereira. Striking defense goes to Gane as well. Takedowns per 15 minutes. Gane leads that. Takedown accuracy, those on Pereira, and takedown defenses on Pereira as well. If we go look at the report here, let's read what they have to say. So again, Pereira's transformed his biggest liability into a weapon, with his takedown defense rocketing from a respectable 73% at middleweight to an elite 79% at light heavyweight. This evolution forces opponents to engage in his world on the feet, neutralizing their primary path to victory, making his legendary striking almost impossible to avoid. Gane's technical development. Gane is strategically morphed from a technical point striker to a punishing finisher, with his striking output climbing to 5.3 per minute and his KO total doubling since his first title loss. This evolution from winning rounds to hunting knockouts is powered by a higher volume of debilitating bodywork, showing a clear shift in fight finishing intent. Let's look at the advantages here. Superior knockout power with 0.791 knockdowns per 15 minutes for Pereira. These are Pereira's advantages. Better takedown defense at 79% compared to 47%, higher finishing rate, and more active. Gane's advantages: significant reach advantage, superior control time, better striking defense, more takedown attempts at 0.684 per 15 minutes. Disadvantages: poor ground control, lower takedown accuracy, absorbs more strikes per minute, limited grappling offense with minimal takedown attempts. Gane's disadvantages: vulnerable to knockouts with low knockdown output, poor takedown accuracy, weak takedown defense makes him susceptible to wrestling, lower knockout finishing ability compared to his opponent. So again, technically, they like Pereira here at 67% compared to 32% for Gane. And let's look at the sentiment here. Again, most people, yeah, they do favor Pereira in this spot as well. Bookmakers have, I think, Pereira as the slight favorite. I mean, we can go look on here as well. Just a slight favorite here for Pereira. What do they have here on the bookmakers? These are all in odds. So yeah, you can see the odds are much closer. So it's interesting. The AI model likes Pereira more, but the odds are closer here than Gaethje and Topuria. So that's interesting. Okay, we got a bit of time left. Let's go through the rest of the card. There's not that many fights on this event, which is a little bit easier. So let's just do some quick picks as to who they like here. Sean O'Malley aims as a hobby. If we look on the odds right now, O'Malley is about a 3-1, almost 4-1 favorite here. What does the AI model say? They like O'Malley as well at 54% compared to 45% for Aim as a hobby. Let's go take a look at Josh Hokett and Derek Lewis. On the odds here, Josh Hokett is about a minus 300 on some books, plus 245 for Derek Lewis. They like Josh Hokett at just 55% compared to 45% for Derek Lewis. If we move down a little bit more, Mauricio Rufy and Michael Chandler. Rufy is about almost a 4 to some books having him at minus 700 over Chandler. Fight Signal, they do favor Rufy just slightly at 55.41% compared to 44.59%. So they do like Rufy as well. Bo Nickel, Kyle Dawkins. This one's interesting. Bo Nickel, much larger, 68.57%, just 31% for Kyle Dawkins. The odds do reflect this as well, although they're lower. See, they only have Bo as a minus 340 favorite, which is interesting. So yeah, they have him about minus 340 here, plus 240 for Dawkins, but he's been the largest percentage, here on the AI model, having it at 68.57%. So that's interesting. Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia. They favor Diego Lopez at 51.91%, 48.09 for Garcia. The odds have something similar here, just under a 2-1 favorite here for Diego Lopez over Steve Garcia. So yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about this card. Again, went a little bit more heavy on the main and co-main event. For those wondering, the record of Fight Signal, people always ask me that. If you go to the dashboard here, you can look down. Again, this will not be accounting some of the events that are taking place before here, but you can see the quality AI system that they use is at 76.32%. Balanced elite only is at 72.15%. And then volume 1 is at 62% with their picks. You can look at it here. Song Figueiredo, there were quality was 1 for 1, balance was 6 for 9, volume was 9 for 12. So again, over 50%. Alan Costa, 3 for 4, 6 for 10, 8 for 13. So again, these ones were a bit lower, 60%, 62%. Chimaev Strickland, 6 for 7, 7 for 8, 8 for 13. So one of the models had it at 88%, which is interesting. And then before that, Della Maddalena Prates, 75%, 67%, and 85%. So they do quite well. So again, take this data for what it's worth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you disagree with anything? Again, at the time I'm recording this, we got Bilal and Bomb Theme coming up this weekend, but wanted to get this done earlier for the Patreons out there. Again, this is using Fight Signal, and you guys can check that out by going to Fight Signal. And if you guys want to get a discount on a membership, you can use the link in the description of this video. So let me know your thoughts on these data points. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. This is another AI Predicts. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys soon.